Hello everyone, I'm Mr. Anime, and today I'm doing my top 5 favorite animes for everything that I've reviewed since Higurashi no Nakekoro whatever. I'm also doing my bottom 3 animes of my most hated 3 since Higurashi no Nakekoro whatever. So, I will see you there. Fishy! Oh, coming in at number 5 was a show that I value for its realism, guerrilla warfare, and just overall my favorite Gundam series. It is Gundam, the 8th MS team, which I highly value for everything from art to color, though I was a little bit upset that they didn't have the audio when they patted people's shoulders sometimes. Coming in at number 4 on my top 5 favorite of Season 2 is Genshiken, which was a show that I extremely liked, and I noted for its strong character development, its strong story, and its strong art. I really enjoyed the musical score, everything from the band playing and practicing tune-up in the background to the sad music when the characters were crying and sharing emotion. I liked Genshiken, and for that, it made number 4. Coming in at number 3 was the last show that I reviewed of Season 2, which was The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, which coincidentally is the last one that I reviewed. Well, it's the last anime that I reviewed up until now. I enjoyed The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, everything from its transitions to its deep character development. Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, the sci-fi didn't work for me, but the comedy and the romance did. That is why I highly valued it, and that's why it found its way on number 3. Number 2 is a real gem to me. It's called 5 centimeters per second, and I did a review about it. I got some negative feedback though. A few of you didn't agree with me. A few of you didn't like the music. A few of you thought the ending left you hanging and dry. But it worked for me. And for that, 5 centimeters per second found its way on number 2. I really liked the soundtrack. I thought the animation was among the best I've seen in an animated movie. And the story really reached me. 5 centimeters per second. It's only an hour long. Check it out. Now number 1. If you remember Season 1, it was Gunsmith Cats found its way on my number 1 list of the top 5. A lot of people were kind of surprised about that because a lot of people reviewed Gunsmith Cats as a good show, worth watching, but nothing more than a typical average action story. I valued Gunsmith Cats very, very highly though because I loved the realistic portrayal that was done in Japan of Chicago. I thought it was done so well that the story kind of was canceled out by the overall feel of the show. But coming in at number 1 for Season 2 is a show that I enjoyed even more. And it's called Kaji, and I know that a lot of you watched my review on Kaji. Kaji was is probably one of my favorite anime of all time. My top 5 list of all time, Kaji would probably be on there somewhere. Kaji was very good to me because I really enjoyed the way that they played out the card games. The suspense built very, very high. The story followed just a lowly guy that was trying to climb and crawl his way to the top of the food chain, basically. And it did explain how humans are basically on a food chain, as much as no one wants to believe it. That show really brought out the darkness and the cruelty of people and things that you encounter in the real everyday world. So because Kaji spoke to me on that many levels, I have to give Kaji the highest regards and give it number 1 spot for favorite anime of everything I reviewed since Higurashi whatever. Now, the bottom 3 list is not so nice. It's dark. Very, very dark. And we're going to start with number 3 on the bottom 3 list, and all these are complete fucking shit. We're going to start with Green Green, which was a stupid show, but the only reason it's not number 1 on my least favorite is because Green Green actually established somewhat of a story, which brings us to number 2, which is Cosplayers. The story it established was so ridiculous, and they established it so fast that it never got established. Does that make any fucking sense? They established the story in the first 5 minutes, and it's like, what? That's the story? Yep, no time to think about it. Let's go. That's what they did in Cosplayers. Stack on some shitty animation, some shitty voice actors, and then a shit script, and you have Cosplayers, which comes in as number 2 on my list. Now, number 1 was so bad that I don't even want to mention the name. I reviewed it, and I believe it got a 4 out of 10, which is higher than Green Green. But Green Green just annoyed me with its progressively long shit and antics that I couldn't bear. But this show is called Final Approach, and the story was so ridiculous, and let me recap it. Japan is underpopulated. The government starts to force marriages so people can have children. That would never happen. So Final Approach is not a winner. Final Approach was bad. And even though I gave it a 4 out of 10, higher than Green Green, Final Approach was absolute garbage. If you want to watch it, you will be shocked and appalled about this nightmare. So, that will complete my list. I hope you enjoyed my top 5 favorite, everything since Higurashi no Nakakoro, and my bottom 3, which I hope you didn't enjoy, because if you did, there's a problem with you. Well, some people like Green Green. That's it. So I'll see you next time.